Sports break in a few minutes.
Moving to the country, I'm gonna eat a lot of peaches. I'm moving to the country, I'm gonna eat me.
People keep sending me this Marjorie Taylor Greene clip. This dummy down in Georgia, the Jewish space lasers lady.
Yeah.
There's nobody too stupid for the Republican Party right now.
What's the gazpacho police?
Yeah, she was the gazpacho police lady. Remember, she thought she meant Gestapo, but she said gazpacho. She's really focused on foods, I guess. She doesn't know what's what.
Gazpacho police.
Yeah, gazpacho.
Gazpacho police.
The gazpacho police. And while I was gone, everybody was sending me the clip where she's talking about how Bill Gates wants you to eat fake hamburgers. I don't understand why Bill Gates is at the center of all these conspiracy theories. Because of Microsoft?
Because he was the richest guy for a while.
Yeah, he's become like shorthand for, and I quite haven't understood why.
You have to accept the fact that the government totally wants to provide surveillance on every part of your life. They want to know when you're eating. They want to know if you're eating a cheeseburger, which is very bad because Bill Gates wants you to eat his fake meat that grows in a Peachtree dish. So you'll probably get a little zap inside your body and that's saying, no, don't eat a real cheeseburger. You need to eat the fake burger, the fake meat from Bill Gates.
Yeah, Peachtree dish.
Is she talking about
real genius.
A Petri dish, or she is from Georgia? She might have some fine china that has a peach tree on it.
Every time I serve my cobbler, I put it on a Peachtree dish.
This
and you got to tell
Peachtree dish has been passed down.
Yeah, you got to get Bill Gates' name in there twice, so the rubes pick it up. Peachtree dish. Well, anyway, this is nothing that's it makes people laugh, but it's nothing that's going to work against her.
A friend of mine,
with the people who appreciate that kind of stuff.
A friend of mine,
you can't be too stupid for some people.
A friend of mine, their kid is going to college with Bill Gates' kid.
Hey.
And
what college is that?
Stanford.
Oh.
Tri-C, actually.
Yeah. And they've had, I'm keeping it pretty vague here. They asked me not to reveal who they are, but they just said
Would we know who they were?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they just said that their interactions with Bill have been really pleasant, and he's such a regular guy, and it's so weird how regular he is considering he's worth so much money. And then the way his daughter interacts with him, and she's just like, "Oh, Dad, you're such a dork. Why?" And she can't understand why he's able to date such beautiful women. She's like, "You're a nerd and you're old." And then he's like, "Yeah, but I'm also Bill Gates. I'm also, I'm a billionaire of, 50 times over.
I gave your mom $50 billion in a divorce agreement." Yeah.
And but to him, or to her,
it's
dad. Just dad, just nerdy dad.
Yeah, that's all you're going to be.
Yeah.
She's not going to go, oh my God. Your friends are going to be in awe, no matter who you are. If you have a famous parent, you're still going to be like, yeah, that's my dad. He's he used to make me mac and cheese and whatever. But I guess I didn't understand why he is shorthand for some, George Soros I get because he's Jewish, it's the anti-Semitism thing. But Bill Gates I never understood.
I think it's his pioneer,
philanthropy is something that makes you some kind of libtard, or what?
I think that does. And then also, he's talked about enough speculative technology that they can take some of these speeches that he's given over the years and then use them to facilitate different dumb conspiracy theories, because he has talked about nanobots, and
I see. Because he's a nerd.
Yeah, because of those technologies will be used at some point, but they think it's going to be for nefarious reasons, not for helping people.
I see.
Because these people never want to help people.
Yeah, he gave Melinda Gates $5.8 billion in the, and she's giving a lot of it away. I mean, every time you read an article about her, it's that she's written, a check for tens of millions of dollars for some organization.
Yeah,
Did
her
she
and
or did
Bezos'
she-
ex-wife, give away a lot of money.
Yeah.
Or did they pledge it?
The old Amber Heard?
Did they actually donate it, or was it just pledged?
That's a good question.
And by pledged, I mean covered in cleaning supplies.
It's been dusted. It has been sanitized. Yeah, Bezos' wife, right? There's Melinda Gates and then Mackenzie Bezos. I think she goes by her maiden name now. I don't know what that is. Mackenzie former Bezos? I don't know what her name is.
Mackenzie Amazon.
Right. Mackenzie Prime Shipping. Because back in the day, I knew who the rich people were from public television. Because they'd say, this show, Sesame Street or whatever, is brought to you by a grant from the, Susan Thompson Foundation or whatever.
Mackenzie
or
Scott.
the Ira G. Something Foundation. Mackenzie Scott. Yeah. There you go. Poundcake, are you ready to do the sports break? Are you ready to break some sports?
I believe so.
Never to be put back together again?
Play ball! This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
In the headlines today, NFLer Jay Cutler, or some of you may know him as Mr. Cavallari, opened up about his divorce from the former Hills star. Jay, who married Kristen Cavallari in 2013, said that when the pair split in 2020, he threw a party after the settlement was reached. Cutler's fortune trumps Cavallari's fortune, with Cutler having $120 million to Cavallari's $30 million. And it appears he got to keep most of it. Now you all may refer to him as Jay, cut that bitch off Cutler. Also, more trouble for Deshaun Watson. A 23rd accuser came forward alleging misconduct. The woman came forward after hearing the stories from the accusers via their HBO special. Since I was wrong on the whole Amber Heard verdict and the Me Too movement, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say maybe this is a good omen for Deshaun. Maybe it means he's up there with the greats. Michael Jordan jersey number, 23. LeBron James jersey number, 23. Now Deshaun Watson accusers, 23. He's destined for greatness. And lastly, of course, I have to do an LGBT story. I mean, it is Pride Month after all. Trans swimmer Leah Thomas says trans women are not a threat to women's sports, so everyone needs to get off her back. Leah plans to take her skills all the way to the Olympics. And don't worry, Leah, I assume everyone is hating on you because you have the hottest body money can buy. Go for the goal to show those bitches who is HBIC Happy Pride Month. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes this Poundcake Sports Break.
Play ball!
Oh, God.
This is a Poundcake Sports Break!
What is that, hot bitch in charge? Which HBIC?
Head bitch in charge.
I see. By the way, 24 lawsuits have been filed against Deshaun Watson.
Oh, the 24th just dropped?
Yeah, this morning, yeah. Kind of lost. The big news was that the 23rd lawsuit had been filed. The 24 lawsuits have been filed. From the last two, from girls who saw the HBO thing, Hard Knocks or whatever it was.
That was Real Sports.
There you go, Real Sports with Soledad O'Brien.
And I love how there's already people like, Johnny Depp, next up, Deshaun Watson. He's going to get exonerated. I'm like, I don't think that's going to happen the same. I don't think he's going to have a defamation suit.
Yeah, it's
against
apples
these
and
ladies.
oranges.
Yeah.
I mean, when 24 women come forward, it might be you, homie.
And the one that came out last night, she was saying she's asking for the minimum amount of money for the lawsuit. She just wants him to admit what he's done. Like, that's the main thing.
Well, and again, people like to poke holes in these cases and things, and that's
Speaking
fair.
of poking holes.
Yeah!
Do you hear what she alleged?
No, but what's
No.
that?
Oh, she was saying that he...
You do
asked
pop-up
him-
videos while he was getting...
Yeah, well, no, he wanted her to massage his anus.
You mean that? I get massages pretty regularly. You mean that's not standard?
I mean, the inside of it?
They've been giving you the literal AC bump.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You pay extra if it's a thumb, but, No, but even for people who want to poke holes in these women's cases, that's fair. There can be, these don't have to be ironclad cases. But when there are 24 people filing them, you can't reasonably say that they're all lying. Like the Trump thing, right? Trump had 24. They're not all lying. They're all
they're not all lying.
Right. So, I mean, he could win 24 cases. Best case scenario for him. But anybody who knows how things work would be like, the whole thing's a coin toss. But it does put him for on the local level here, it puts him that much closer to the Browns going like, we can't do anything with you this season.
Well,
we have to,
The NFL is going to take care of that for them.
Well, that's what I mean. Like the league will go,
the league
you can't play.
Yeah, the league is probably, the rumors that I've read are that he'll be suspended for an entire season.
Oh, I would love that. Then I can watch football.
See, but I can't even mess with the Browns.
Forget that.
Like,
He got $250 million. I feel like that's coming out of my pocket.
So you're done with the Browns for good?
I'm done with the Browns
even
just for signing him. Yeah, for signing him.
Really? For
Yeah,
good?
For
So
good.
even if he doesn't play,
Even if he doesn't play.
Screw you, Browns.
Just the fact that they went and got him just makes me go, no. And they like said they did their due diligence when they didn't talk to any of the women that he allegedly
Bill,
assaulted.
it
just doesn't matter to me that they're my team because like they've never done anything for me.
I understand
they don't
that.
do anything for me. I don't care about
But
them
I'm just
anymore.
really. I'm really confused as to why you think there's integrity in these types of deals. It's never been integrity.
Because there's other organizations that are saying he wasn't worth the risk.
Yes,
he wasn't worth the hassle. It's not worth the risk.
It's the same thing. It's not true to say that there aren't organizations that don't have integrity.
They don't.
Why do you say that?
or at least
What's an organization
Because
that doesn't have? You're saying that
the
entirety of the National Football League is bereft of integrity, is what you're saying.
They don't want the heat on them. It's not because
That's different.
But that is different.
To Bill's point, a number of teams said we're not going to touch that.
And
right now, they would have waited.
There's a difference too. Well, there's if you wait and he wins all 24 lawsuits, that's different.
But they weren't waiting for that. They're waiting until it gets out of the public eye, until people stop paying attention anymore. People stop caring.
A guy like Deshaun Watson, people are never going to stop caring, especially in this day and age.
I don't think that's true.
It's never going to go away. It's going to be. Roethlisberger did what he did in 2005, 2006, and no one ever stopped talking about that around here. He was always Raper Burger, whatever. Raper Burger.
Raper Burger.
Yeah.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. He was always. People always
Rapist
talked
burger,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah, Rapist Burger. Yeah. So there are organizations that saw what was going on and they said, I'm not going to deal with this.
Because they have the other players and they look at their roster and they're like, we don't need the hassle. If we wanted him and we needed him, we would take him, but it's not worth the flack and the heat we're going to get for signing him. Now, it's
one thing to sign a guy and let the chips fall where they may. It's another thing to sign a guy with hundreds of millions of dollars of guaranteed money.
With the biggest contract of all time and 100% guaranteed.
Yeah.
So, and then also say we did our due diligence and that being a flat out lie.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's the stuff that bothers me about the Browns organization.
So who's your team?
I'm leaning towards the
Houston Oilers.
I like the Oilers, but I'm leaning towards the Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay. Not the Vegas Knights.
Raiders. Knights are the hockey team.
Yeah, okay.
I'm leaning towards the Chargers.
Vegas had no sports, now they have all the sports, and I'm having a hard time keeping track.
Well, you know what? I'm just going to root for the Steelers.
How about the Denver Broncos? That's a storied franchise.
Well, I want one that is...
They had Tim Tebow.
Yes.
They had
Manning.
John Elway. They had Peyton Manning.
I'm kind of going to someone that I don't know anybody that is really a Chargers fan. I feel like they need fans.
What about the former Browns, like the Baltimore Ravens?
No, you can't.
I can't
As
do
much
that.
as
I
mad
can't
as
do-
he is
yeah.
at the Browns,
He's not
he
that
can't do
mad.
that.
I can't do Ravens. I can't do Steelers. I can't do Bengals
Why can't you do Ravens?
because they
were. You can't.
There's other scars.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you're that mad at the Browns, then you should.
Listen. There's been
It's proxy Browns.
There has been part of me that was like, should I cheer for the Steelers? And
If you're that mad at the Browns, you would.
listen, I'm pretty close to being there, but I don't want to make my fandom about cheering against the Browns. I want to just cheer for a team and just enjoy it.
Just pick a new team.
Yeah.
I think you're just being spiteful.
So Chargers over the Rams.
Yeah, I am being spiteful.
I think you just
Chargers over the Rams.
Because they're an underdog in that market, or
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just the thing that got me for them was they threw a little shade at the Browns when they did their schedule release video. It was an anime video, and they just put up like a card for the game against the Browns that said, we're not allowed to talk about this on advice from our lawyers.
I see.
So I was like, I like that.
Okay. Well, the Steelers are my C team. You can come along if you want.
Ooh, that would be real hard to do. I don't know if I can. I
can't
just
even
don't
say it.
I can't.
Go Steelers.
I vomited. I threw up all over my terrible towel. No. We're going to take the Duquesne incline so I can puke in your face.
I mean, that is the ultimate insult to leave the Browns and become a Steelers fan.
That's the ultimate insult.
I think so.
Worse than becoming a Ravens fan.
You were really mad about it.
I am really mad about it. What did you? You got a new team?
I haven't decided yet. I have.
If you were really mad, you'd become a Jets fan.
That'll
show
You don't
'em.
want to be sad.
Well, show me.
This is what I deserve. Well, I thought about Cincinnati because it's in Ohio, and I have a lot of friends in Cincinnati.
is?
Yeah.
What?
It's
the most
almost
part?
Kentucky,
Yeah.
but not really.
Technically, Ohio still.
But I don't really have any other players that I like. Who's that hot guy? Travis
Tom
Kelce.
Brady. Oh.
Travis Kelce's from Ohio.
Yeah, Kansas
Westlake,
City.
right? Yeah.
So maybe I'll cheer for Kansas
Cleveland
City.
Heights.
Oh, sorry. The Chiefs. You can be a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Nick Chubb.
Fortunately, there are all manner of teams that you can cheer for.
You'll find guys on other teams you like, though. You just don't know about them.
Hasta la vista, baby! Nick Chubb touchdown!
How many other players are going to give you so many touchdowns
None.
as Nick Chubb?
Sports betting is becoming legal in Ohio in January.
Next year, yeah. Oh, boy.
So I'm really missing out.
Oh, that's a big load!
You can't even bet on sports.
But
No.
you'll be half. You can't even bet on
I
sports.
can't.
But you'll be halfway through the year when your year comes up.
Not for football.
Oh, for football. Well, no,
I can't bet Nick Chubb on the over.
the 23-24 season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, your timing is impeccable.
It's probably going to save me a lot of money.
Oh, I couldn't do
You
that.
have to. You're not that mad then.
I do want to show how mad I am.
You want to make a stance? You want to make some waves and really make it known? Post a picture of yourself opening day Steelers jersey. He also had sexual allegations.
Yeah, that's
That's your out. Then do Ravens.
Listen,
Yeah,
he's a
and a
big.
murderer.
What?
You're not going to pick a team that doesn't have something. A murderer.
Yeah.
Guy
I mean-
kicking a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but those are like three like pretty recent ones. I don't want the baggage that comes with cheering for them. I'm gonna go with a fresh start. I think Chargers is my team,
Yeah.
and I like the colors.
Listen, we had Rex Grossman, and I never left the Bears. We had Jay Cutler.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought about the Bears too, but I just don't want.
Well, the water's fine, son. Come on in.
It's a little cold.
All right, well, we got Justin Fields.
I like Justin Fields.
Come on. It's hardcore. We got Nathan Peterman over there.
Back up.
Yeah. Hey, Mike on the west coast of Ohio checking in.
Hey, Alan, hit the show.
What's going on, Mike?
How you doing today, Alan?
Hey, let me tell you a long, protracted story about how I'm doing, Mike.
He asked.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
Yep.
Chatting you up. Well, no, I was calling in to comment on the Deshaun Watson thing, and it's just really crazy to me that he's joining the Browns. All this media circus, just a bad look and a black eye. It's just crazy to me that it's even happening.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, I mean, who can go home after signing that deal, right? Go home, look their kids in the face, and just have to live the rest of their lives, saying that they played for the Browns.
Right. I was waiting for the turn. Yeah. That is the greatest of all indignities, is what you're saying, Mike.
Well, yeah, I mean, a quarterback, no less, for the Browns, leading the organization. I mean, it's just littered with great careers that have just gone on to do amazing things after joining the Browns.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you what, after all of this, say what you will, but after all of the years of stories and ups and downs in the Cleveland Browns organization, we've never had anal massage, right? I don't think that's ever been on the list. Forced anal massage? Timmy Couch was never getting the sting ring poked.
That we know of.
That we know of, right. All right, thank you,
anyway.
Mike. There's Mike from the west coast of Ohio making some very cogent points. I've got to take a break. If you want to text for anything, 35192, AlanCoxShow.com if you want to watch and listen anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
The Alan Cox Show.